Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. These are my cards that I sent out to all my amazing customers who came shopping with me in June. Now, I do make a handmade card for them every single month, as I have done since I first started. And a couple of people have said, we don't see your handmade gifts anymore that you make for your customers. Well, about a year ago, I stopped doing that because I joined a tutorial bundle team. So now, everybody who shops with me and spends over £40, €50 gets a bundle of 12 tutorials for free. And with the time that's taken up with making that, I don't have the time to hand make gifts anymore. And I kind of thought, oh, I don't really want to do poor quality, in inverted commas. I want to give the best I always can. So what I do is I do a product gift. I'm not going to show you what's inside this bag, because that is a hostess code gift, and so if you use my hostess code you get a product gift. So there is a product in here. Sometimes I can get hold of the hostess stamp sets, other times I can't. I always include a gift for everybody, no matter how much they spend with me. If you use the hostess code you get 2. So this month I was sending out Noble Peacock rhinestones to everybody, so that would go in there with a card and an envelope and a thank you, a newsletter that I write every single month as well, and it's different and it's exclusively only to anybody who shops with me. And it all gets tucked inside a lovely bag, sealed up and goes in the mail. So I thought I'd show you and sort of explain a little bit about what I do. So like I said, I wanted to give the best of me in a card, and doing the best of me in a card and in a handmade gift and in the tutorial bundle as well. I thought, I can't do it all. And do you know what? Everybody loves rhinestones and treats. I've done all sorts of goodies in my thank you gifts, ranging from blender pens to, so like I say, to rhinestones, DSP, all sorts. So there you go. Anyway, so these are the 2 cards that I made this month. Normally I do lots of different styles, but only had the 2. Here they are, ready to be put in all of their envelopes. There's 100 of each of them. And that's also kind of why I don't make gifts anymore, because that's a lot. 200 each month is quite a lot. The other thing is, I did want to point out, I did consider putting a faceted dot on each of those, but actually that envelope gets quite bulky and I didn't want them to be damaged, so I decided not to. I would just leave it as it is. Okay, let's get making, because I've chatted for nearly 3 minutes. Piece of cardstock cut in half, scored in half. I like to make a tent fold, just because they look different on a shelf. They stand up better when I'm taking photos, and I love them. My crumb cake panel, and I'm doing crumb cake for you because this was so Sahara sand, and I don't know that it will show up quite so well on camera. This is 3 centimetres shorter and narrower than this panel, and this one is 0.5 centimetre shorter and narrower than this panel. If you work in metric, 3 centimetres, you're going to be looking at, you're looking at 1 1/4 inch difference for this one, and maybe 1.5 inches for that one. Okay, and the beautiful little lace stamp set. And yes, I used my Stamperators again to get perfect alignment on the bigger lacy flower. I'm not going to this time. I'm just going to hope I get it all lined up right. Onto my clear block. Like I say, crumb cake, just so I know that you can see it a little bit better. And onto there on one corner. Yes, it's come out great. I'm going to do the sentiment while I'm here, and it says, just a little note to say hello. This one I am going to line up, and I'm going to use a really long block. Down at the bottom, and put that off to one side. And then finally I'm going to take this flower here, and if you saw my video the other day where I was excited about having a brand new week of Stella, it's because I used a whole one up on all of the cards this month. because I sat and watched a movie. Actually, I watched 2 movies, and Wink of Stella'd every single one of my cards. And, oh, there it is, it's over here. And all I've done is I've made it colour bleed, and it's almost like a watercolour wash, which hopefully you'll see, and it shimmers and shines, and it's very, very pretty. And I did a little bit of a test run. I stamped one, and I knew that I could do the colour bleed straight away, and then I thought I'll stamp 10 and let them dry really, really well and see if I can still colour bleed, and I could. So I did all of them, and then came back, and this was the only stage I needed to do, because everything was, despite the fact the ink had dried, I could still manipulate it. And then there was another evening spent, I'm looking for my snail. Why is it not? Oh, it's there. About 4 inches to my right. And then another evening I did all of my sticking and gluing. And this layer I did with snail. And then this one I did with Tombow, because sometimes you can think it's all lined up and then realise it's not when you've got these bigger gaps. And that is as easy as it is, but beautiful, and such a privilege. I'm going to put some more on here because that's really lovely. Such a privilege to have so many people to make thank you cards for, and to put goodie packs together. And my children tend to get involved with that with me. We set up a bit of a production line, so I have one who's opening all of the bags. I've got another one who's putting the thank you gift inside, another one who's putting the hostess thank you gift inside, another one who's pairing up cards with envelopes, they're going inside, and then I finish it off with the thank you letter that comes out as well. And so here we set up a production line, and then I've got somebody else who's peeling off the backing, and then obviously I run all of the labels and address them, and I do that on the 1st of the month, so that I get them out straight away. I kind of believe, a thank you card needs to come out straight away. But I love them. I love how they look. Utterly charming. And thank you everybody who shops with me. Hope to speak to you all very soon. Bye.